What's good, everyone, and welcome to a very late preview of this weekend's spicy matchup between Port Adelaide and St Kilda. As you can see, we are minus 1 day from the match is to be played tomorrow night, last game of Gather Round, and that's one of the reasoning to why this video is so late is because of everything happening in Adelaide all at once. There's a lot to look for and a lot to manage, so I've been quite busy with a lot of events, but yeah, Gather Round, last game, 6:45. Looks like to be probably the best weather game of the whole entire round. I was looking at the weather for the game before. Look at that. Shower or two, late morning, wind is minimal, sunset 5:56, so it's going to be a nighttime game. And I think it's, yeah, maximum of 19, so we're straight back into that winter footy weather, and I love it. So I can actually go to football and not be absolutely crucified by the sun in my eyes. But yeah, this one's going to be a really big matchup. Am going tomorrow night. Of course I am. Now, matchup-wise, it's going to be really intriguing to see what Port Adelaide can put up. If they've got any fight, if they're still just finding their feet, because this is their first, I think, first real solid matchup from the start of the season with losing to the Kangaroos. The Kangaroos are better than I first thought, but they're still a league below teams like St Kilda. Right now, both teams are struggling at the moment, but I've just seen a lot more promise in St Kilda's playing in how they play compared to Port being just skill wise. Yeah, it's going to be intriguing to watch. Now, it might be closer than what people might think, just due to the fact that Port, they love a gather round scrap. They haven't lost at gather round yet. And yeah, I don't know. I've just got a feeling. I'm not sure to why, because I don't have a lot of faith with Port Adelaide this year. But this game in particular, I've got a little bit more faith for, and I'm just struggling to understand why. But matchup wise, I think that, yeah, they're about even at this stage. Now, only one change for Port this week. We do have Todd Marshall coming back in for Zato, straight swap. Zato just don't think he did enough in his first game to warrant holding his spot, which is fair enough. He's young and he's got time to go back to the twos and prove his worth once again. But at this stage, it's a revolving door. There's opportunities for a lot of younger blokes with so many injuries we have at the moment. And yeah, I saw an article. Here you go. The article here: Cement Your Sport. Port's challenge to young brigade. So they want the young dudes to have their opportunity and make the most of it, which is what we're seeing with Josh Lai on the cover right there. He looks like probably a great halfbacker for a while. Just the way he plays is seamless. He was silky smooth when he first came in his first game against Essendon. But it's going to be a really interesting matchup. Who I'm looking forward to, I reckon, is Butters having to stand up once again. He's always been a performer when it comes to gather round, and now without Rosie, he is the leader out there. You really look to him to bring Port to actually come out firing fast and quick. I'm not sure if they elect to put attention into the likes of Nasai Wanganeen-Milera, if potentially like a Willem Drew goes to him, or he may even like run like a McKinlay or someone just against Wanganeen-Milera, because that seems to be working for the teams that have tagged Wanganeen-Milera. So I think that might be an option. And I also think they're going to do the same for Butters. They're going to definitely put some attention into him. I forget who their tagger is, but I've seen they are one to go to a tag, and I do see that happening for Butters. So if the tag does go to Butters, we need some other blokes to stand up. So in the midfield, Ollie Wines, he's got a week back at the AFL. Now, the leader he is, Brownlow medalist. He needs to step up in that midfield. Miles Bergman, I think he needs to have that shift back into the midfield. He's been moved a lot of places to half back because of our stocks down there, to the wing, sometimes in the middle, rotating. But I think he needs to get that solid midfield time too, because he's just that stronger bodied mid that can kick out of packs clearance wise. So I think that potentially Miles Bergman in the midfield would be a good move. Others that I need to stand up is Georgiades. I want to have a really big game. The two Twin Towers, Georgiades and Whitlock, they need to come out firing. It's going to be one of the only games, I think, this weekend that's not going to see a bit of rain. So no excuses for tolls, that's for sure. And yeah, it's going to probably be a double ruck situation with De Koning and Rowan Marshall. So it's going to be quite the challenge for Jordan Sweet, but he's been doing okay ruck-wise. Around the ground, he can get a little bit better, but ruck-wise, I think he can hold his own. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things to happen here. I'm predicting potentially a Port win by 5 points at this stage. Really close one against St Kilda. And if St Kilda lose, that's kind of, yeah, put a real stop cork in the season for them, because a lot of promise with their war chest, as they call it, being spent over in the off season. There was a lot of promise for them to come out firing, potentially in the top 6. I think that a lot of people predicted St Kilda would go to. But yeah, at this stage, it's not gelled for them yet, and I think it's to come. I think they will come good. They've just got too much quality in the side to not come good. It's just up to Port to bring in those young blokes and give them an effort and see who's going to be our future for a while, because I do think that we have to come to terms with that rebuild phase. The team's not good enough on paper to win a premiership at all. It's not good enough on paper to compete. It needs a lot of work around the back line and forward line, I do believe. There's a lot of just potentially list cloggers. I don't want to go that harsh, but there is a few blokes that do just have to play there because they've got no other options. So I think it's, yeah, finding out who we're going to run our future with, and what the next steps are. So these games will give us a clear aspect of who we are looking to bring in and keep and develop over the next couple of years that are going to be tough, and who are the ones that are probably going to have to be moved on. But yeah, that's it. Don't want to get too depressing with it because we haven't seen what it's like just yet. I'm expecting a good one. My seats are all the way up in the back in the rafters, so I'll be looking down in binoculars, but I'm expecting a pretty good matchup. Last one of Gather Round. Gather Round's beautiful. Don't we love it? I don't think I've heard one opinion about Gather Round that has been negative. SA are doing a great job with it, and I hope they sign a contract for however long it is that they were rumoring, because I'm here and I don't have to go anywhere, and it's just a fun little thing for South Australia. We don't get a lot of things, so Gather Round being one of them is a beautiful thing. But thanks so much for watching. Sorry about the late upload. I've got a few other videos coming with my super coach, and I've also got my footy stars video that I do upload every single year. That will be uploaded eventually. Editing that at the moment, so wait for that one. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and go the damn power.